Welcome to Amendeira Golf Resort on Portugal's sun-drenched Algarve. Now in its 8th year, the Oceanico World Kids Golf Championship has gone from strength to strength. The event continues to be the benchmark for junior golf tournaments featuring boys and girls up to the age of 18. 2016 boasts a record attendance of 155 competitors from 15 different nations. Chairman of the Oceanico Group, Chris Howell, gives us an insight into the history of the event.
The event first started in 2009. We had around 60 kids playing in it. And over the past years, they've developed, the awareness has grown, and it's become a genuine calendar event now for these kids. And in fact, we're oversubscribed pretty much every year now. For the past few years, we've been oversubscribed. And it becomes a major event, not just because the kids come here and compete in tournament-type conditions, but the parents come here, they enjoy a break. We've got the fantastic Algarve sunshine, we've got the hospitality. So it's developing. We're getting better at it, making it more professional, and as a result of that, they're getting a better experience.
One of the main testaments of this event is the repeat appearance year after year of many of the same families and players. We caught up with some of them earlier in the week to ask what keeps them coming back for more.
We were here 5 years ago, and we were in one of the apartments behind, and since then we've been slowly progressing and getting to the actual villas, and the villas is where we are right now. And there are lots of facilities available for all the families. Golf is obviously the main facility, but we have other facilities which are maybe 5 or 10 minutes away from here. We're in a gated community, it's very safe for the children, lots of families here, and we've been here 5 years and we get to know quite a lot of the families, and we all seem to just have a lot of fun here. Competition here is quite fierce. It's there's some of the best children in the world actually comes to this competition. So that's an attraction to be able to take on, obviously be a part of the whole event. It is a very friendly atmosphere, and when the competition starts, then you can see some serious parents, and we are one of them as well. But then obviously, as the event unfolds and when we get to the gala evening, we all become friends again, and we all really enjoy each other's company.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's a great experience for the kids. Our whole family are here today. We have a younger child and an older child, and my parents are here as well. So it's a really, really family-orientated event. It's super.
Absolutely first class. The accommodation's wonderful, the food's fantastic, and the golf courses are just fantastic to play on.
It's lovely. It's a top resort. I've never stayed at a better place than this. We've been around the world, and this is probably one of the best locations, really.
I think that the atmosphere is very good. There are a lot of people, we are having fun together, and when we finish, for example, the days of the tournament, we go to a swimming pool and having fun.
It's been good. It's a well set up tournament, and I've enjoyed myself.
It's been great. Been here for the past 3 or 4 years, so thoroughly enjoyed it so far, and I'm sure I will for the last day tomorrow.
It's been ran superbly. Everything about it's been great. Just from the professionalism and just the way they introduce you and make you feel so welcome.
The event is fantastic. It's the sort of place you'd love to come back to. The resort is amazing. We're getting very well looked after, and yeah, it couldn't be better. It really couldn't.
What we like a lot is that they really take very well care of the kids. Everything is very well organized.
Great facilities here, unbelievable. I think probably the best that I've been on all year in terms of where I've been for tournaments.
It's very well organized. I've been very impressed by it.
It's just the environment, great weather, great course, great company, great friends.
So ahead of the final round action, golf pro Nelson Caballero gives us the lowdown on the runners and riders for this year's event. But first he explains the difference between the two stunning championship courses which the players encounter this week.
Faldo is a little bit more technical course. It's the back nine a little bit more hilly. I think you need to kind of think your way around there. You need to really place your tee shot. Green's probably a little bit more undulated. O'Connor is a little bit easier, a little bit more flat. Fairway's a little bit wider. We've got more water at O'Connor, so again, obviously, if you're wide from the tee, you're going to end up in the water. But generally, O'Connor is just a little bit easier. Again, like the past years, all the categories are very tight for the leaders. The girls under 12, Sofia is leading. So she's got 58 points. Rita Costa Marques second, 1 point behind. Girls under 14, Leonor and Filipa, they are tight with 55 points gross. So again, going to be very interesting to see that match. And the girls under 16, there's a little bit difference there. Manu is leading with quite a bit of a difference, and obviously she's a good player. She actually practiced here at the Mendoeira. She's a really good player. I think on the girls under 16 she's going to win. So the boys under 14, Daniel Costa Rodrigues is leading, 142 strokes gross, and next we have Calvin Holmes. We've got the boys under 16. Some Stories leading, again right behind with Kieran, with Some Stories 149 and Kieran 151. Again, very tight match. Boys under 18, tight on top, Hugo Teixeira and Greg Mann. So 149, both of them. And then we got the last year champion, Christian Marcel, 151, 2 shots behind. I'm sure he would fancy to win this again this year.
Confirmation then of the standings of our feature match, the boys under 18s, and going into the final round there really is everything to play for. So without further ado, let's hand you over to our expert commentary team of Kim Thomas, but first Phil Yates.
Well, thanks Russell. Now, how ironic is this? On a day that showcases so many players with bright futures, it's most certainly not a bright morning.
First up then on the tee, Hugo Teixeira. 10th tee on the Faldo course is his starting point. Elevated tee, straightaway par 4. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for Hugo.
I'll tell you what, Kim, this Portuguese mist stroke fog is very uncharacteristic.
It sure is. Up in Silves, beautiful part of the country. Greg Mann, 4-handicapper. Oceanico World Kids Golf returnee. He loves this place.
And that's Cristiano Marcello facing a 2-shot deficit going into the final 18. This the man who won by 9 strokes 12 months ago.
Now to the girls under 16 competition. Very talented golfer here, Manon Donchegay from France. 2.7 is her handicap. Strong is her play. Her tee shot on the first on the O'Connor course.
Yes, and because Donchegay has played so well so far with rounds of 75 and 71, Sarah Gouveia, teeing off, has a real task to try and make it a hat-trick of victories in this Oceanico World Kids Golf.
Love that swing, flowing action from the 2.3 handicap player. And this is Fleur Verhout from Holland. Amsterdam, actually. Aggressive hitter. Her brother's playing here this week as well. So she's off and running.
Marcella showing his short game skills in contention in both the gross and the net divisions of the under 18. But that one ran on a little more than he anticipated.
Gouveia from the bunker on the first. Missed the green sadly with the second shot, but that's a good recovery.
I think it's clearing a little. The fog is burning away. And Greg Mann should be very happy with that indeed. He's a 4-handicapper, rounds so far of 72 and 77.
Verhout also on the beach, so to speak, in golfing terms, and just thinning that one slightly. She'll be disappointed, the 13-handicapper.
Manon Donchegay has big ambitions in golf. She wants to play on the Ladies European Tour, the LET, by the age of 18.
Now we saw Hugo Teixeira's tee shot. Can he hole out? Oh, not quite. You don't get too many clear-cut chances on this course. It's a tricky one, undulating course, the Faldo layout, whereas the O'Connor is down in the valley. Two quite different layouts.
Now facing a deficit, these kind of putts have to go in. You know, it's quite possible that Sarah Gouveia could finish second this year with a better total than when she won last year.
as Greg Mann holds out. Man from Villamora.
Verhoot, what a start she had. A net 65 in the first round, Kim.
Donjgay to complete in this fiercely contested under-16 girls competition.
Welcome back to Amendoira and the Oceanico World Kids Golf. Down in the valley, on the O'Connor course, the fog is lingering, but in the bright orange of the Netherlands, we can see Fleur Verhoot teeing off on the second.
Wide stance. Good acceleration to the ball, and that's a fine tee shot on this second hole. Straight away, par 4, but there are lakes on both sides. Got to get a good tee shot in terms of accuracy here. Gouvea's turn. Doesn't like it. But it's okay. Right half of the fairway.
Now on the 11th, on the Faldo course where it's considerably brighter up the hill, this is Hugo Teixeira. Shares a surname with Mark Teixeira, the famous New York Yankee slugger, the baseball player who's retiring at the end of the year. Unlike him, he's got his whole golfing future ahead.
Great shot there now, Manon Donjgay, who has her coach with her here this week, Ian Williams. Close at hand, and that's pretty close too. Second shot there into the second hole.
Now having missed the green to the left, Greg Mann has just played a wonderful shot. Anyone would have been pleased with that.
Gouvea back on the O'Connor, the second hole. Longish putt. Is it good enough for pace? Not quite. Green's running superbly well.
So many Portuguese players in contention in so many divisions, gross and net. Among them, Marcella, but that one sneaking by.
Now Verhoot, whose great-grandfather played in the 1936 Olympics as a cyclist, so sporting heritage there. Played in the under-14s last year. Elegant swinger of a golf club.
Now to Shearer, maybe to settle a few early nerves, and that will not do so. Tentative.
First look at Leonor Medeiros, the girls under 14s. Her tee shot on that second hole on the O'Connor. Is it dry? Yes, it is. In good shape. Good biff, that one.
And two contrasting courses here, but both high quality, Kim.
They certainly are. Part of the Oceanico group of courses. 7 of them down here in the Algarve. That's in good shape as well from Filippa Capello.
This is the boys under 16s, and this is Sam Story, a 2.2 handicapper from the Windlesham Club. Lives in Sunningdale. A good place to live if you're a golfer.
Certainly is. Borders of Surrey and Berkshire, rich in golfing history. This is Lara Stusch in the under 14s girls category. The girl from Leverkusen in Germany. Multi-skilled young lady, Phil. Circus skills she has.
Yes, does those at school. I was about to say if that one had hopped forward she might have been jumping through hoops, but it stuck.
Medeiros there approaching. Now Kieran McAllister, 1.4 handicapper, classy golfer this boy from Airdrie. You can guess what his favourite colour is. That'll be green then. Wearing his green and white shirt today.
Tried to take advantage of that good drive we saw. Capello. Well, it wasn't threatening the hole, but I think it gives you a good indication of just the conditioning here is pristine.
This is Ruben Rocha from Portugal. Second hole on the Faldo course in the under 16s group. Just a little bit shy there.
Lengthy backswing, just the slightest deceleration into the ball, but it's effective from Stusch.
Sam Story, the Sunningdale man. That's where he lives anyway. A bit disappointed with that. Just a short pull on that putt, didn't really commit to it. in quite comfortably.
At big tournaments like this, support and coaching is so vital, and Sam Story is benefiting from an expert.
Well, I turned pro when I was 18 and then tried to play a little bit full-time golf. Tried hard, did a bit of part-time coaching to fund it, and then basically realised I wouldn't make the grade, so concentrated on my teaching career, which for the last 15 years I've thoroughly enjoyed. I was brought here by a family. I teach 2 of their sons, and it just so happens there's another young guy I teach as well that's from our club, and they basically asked me to come over and look after them while they're playing and to caddy for their younger son, Aidan. A lot of it is mentoring, encouragement. Well done, perfect. Perfect for those windy days. Trying to keep them thinking straight, trying to keep them cool and, you know, make sure they drink the water, make sure they eat their food. But from a coaching point, it's not too heavy. It's making sure that the smaller details are okay, trying to calm them down when things get frustrating and really be a calming sort of influence on them rather than massive technical work, really. Yeah, well done. That's very good. So the big thing to remember is just at setup, we're going to just make our hands a little bit further forward, make sure these V's come up to here. That's it, not too wide, a little bit narrower. Perfect. All right. There you go. So your swing length is much better now, you're much more under control. You're turning through, your balance is good. It's looking good. Okay, so we're just going to do that thing we were talking about in the week. So turn away from this. All right, towards and then around. That's it. And then again. Towards, around. That's it. Okay, go on. Let's see you do it. Perfect. So when you do that, you don't get that one that goes to the right.
Interesting stuff from Richard. Now this is Sophia Barossa-Sarr. 3 names, and at the end of today she could have 2 titles, doing well in the gross and the net of the under-12s. And there's an indication as to why.
First look at Daniel da Costa Rodrigues from Portugal. On the 12th hole, in the Faldo, you can see the undulating nature of this course.
We've just seen Barossa-Sarr. This is Rita Costa Marquez, who is Sarr's closest competitor in the under-12s at the moment.
This is Max Adams on the 12th on the Faldo. Under-14s boys group, almost holding that putt from just long range. 4.9 handicapper. He's a regional tennis player, is Max. Martim Batista from Portugal. Same category, under-14s, sporting the shorts.
Now this is Emily Finkenstein from Hamburg, Germany. That's a blow because she's very much in contention in the net division for the first prize and doing pretty well for a podium place in the gross.
And we saw the approach from Daniel da Costa Rodrigues, not able to capitalise there on the 12th. Lovely sunshine now, Phil. That fog's burnt off all right.
It's amazing when that happens how quickly the fog can go. These kids are so enthusiastic though. They'll play anytime, anywhere. They play in the dark. And that one finds the dark. Barossa-Sarr looking very good indeed.
Max Adams, 4th last year, out here with his dad supporting him, as are so many of the children playing in this. Max in the under-14 boys category. Looks a very good prospect indeed.
Such a good battle going on for the under-18 gross title. Hugo Teixeira there suffering a blow. Don't think it was a miss-hit. I think it might have been a miss-club, but no caddy, so only himself to blame.
On the first hole, which is their 10th, Cristiano Marcella, one of a host of Portuguese players, home favourites, hoping to do well here again this year. Pretty good effort there.
You were mentioning before, Kim, about Greg Mann being a returnee to this tournament. So many players are. It's a wonderful atmosphere, great festival of the game. But Mann not liking that. That's Mann's inhumanity to man.
Wow, easy for you to say. Uphill, pull shot, easy to do. Now, Verhoot also with an uphiller on the 10th hole on the O'Connor. And what a super shot that is. Kept her balance extremely well.
This under-16s division at the moment, potentially a runaway with Dange Gay well out in front. And Kim, the swing is very good indeed.
Yeah, she's on a strict training program with Ian Williams, and it's working very well indeed. Now, Teixeira, we saw him pull his second shot up the hill, and now he's gone a little bit too bold with that one. That's a tricky shot to come, because that grass is quite broad-bladed, and it'll be hard to control it.
Maybe slightly more of an examination this. Oh, that is just wonderful from Greg Mann, and not the first time we've seen that short game prowess in action.
Yeah, the shot of a low handicapper. Sarah Gouveia, a cool customer. Can she complete 3 in a row? It's a tough task, given the field she's up against this year. Good shot there, though, on the 10th.
With Greg Mann so watertight around the greens, Teixeira can't afford to drop any more strokes, and I think one's gone there.
Claw grip employed in the right hand there from Cristiano Marcella. Not quite getting the line on that one.
Dange Gay. Nice rhythm to that stroke. I think for a moment she thought she might have just missed left, but it found a way in.
It's a positive stroke, wasn't it? Right thumb there, holding onto the left hand, and well hold by Fleur Verhoot.
An opportunity to gain another stroke on Teixeira, and Greg Mann does precisely that. Tremendous up and down from sand.
A bit of a knee knocker this one. Difficult distance to really hit it hard enough, but she's done that well as Sarah Gouveia on the 10th.
More from the Oceanico World Kids Golf after the break. Welcome back to Awesome Amendoira and the Oceanico World Kids Golf of 2016. Last year, in the under-16s, George Armstead was a revelation. Ran away with the title. This time, in the under-18s, not going quite so well. And that doesn't improve matters.
This is Guilherme Oliva from the golf club Montado. Local hope, 4.8 handicapper. In the same category as Armstead. It's a better effort. Wind just getting up a little stronger now. It's certainly blowing the fog away, but will provide its own difficulty for these players.
In the girls under 14s, Ada Bowler from Ireland and Lara Stouche, who we've just seen, playing a lovely approach. They're the main challengers to Leonor Medeiros.
And here she is, Leonor. Deftly played there, just like a pro. Nice control. Carlos Conceição from Portugal. His approach to the 4th, his 13th hole. Classy players this year. I'm really impressed with the standard, Phil. Record entry as well, isn't there?
It is. Armstead urging the ball on. The body language tells us it's not worked. He's a 2.3 handicapper from the Neville Golf Club with lots of potential.
Now, Lara Stouche. Can she convert? She can, you know. Yeah, it brings a smile as well. Quite right.
Back to Oliva. Mini fist bump. Lovely putt. The man who's playing in this for the second time, returning after a 3-year absence.
Now, tall George. 2.3 handicapper. Looking cool.
Fleur Verhoot. Her main focus is to try and win the net title. At the moment she's got the edge on Manon Dangeguet and Jennifer Conlon from England.
Another sloping lie she had to contend with there. Much more level stance here for Sara Gouveia. Plays at the Quinta del Lago resort, further down the Algarve from Vilamora. What a strip of golf courses that is, Phil, in Algarve. Magnificent place to play golf.
All around this area, as you say, great golfing country. The weather's good as well. And consistently, so is the golf of Manon Dangeguet. So to miss a green from that range for her, a shock to the system.
Yeah, the breeze is having its effect now then. Cristiano Marcella on the 4th on the Faldo. They're 13th, as I mentioned. Right to left dog leg. And that's, I think, found the sand. He looks mystified.
Greg Mann was the leader after an opening day 72. Joint leader going into the final round because of a second round 77. He's up top at the moment, but he'll be worried about that one.
The 11th on the O'Connor. It's a wide fairway and a shelf green. The shelf that these girls have not found with their approaches because of that breeze. Difficult to judge. Front pin's never easy. Gouveia there.
Of course, she's benefiting from local knowledge, even though she's from Avignon in France. Amendoira is a local club.
And another A, Amsterdam, the home of Fleur Verhout. A little shy with that one. And Marcella, whose favourite golfer is a gentleman called Ricky Fowler. I've heard of him, Phil, haven't you?
Absolutely, yes. Oh dear me, that's very thin. That's right over the green and into the unmentionables.
From the tough grass, the lush grass on the back of the green there, Teixeira. They're all struggling on this 13th, aren't they?
You mentioned before Verhout's Olympic connection. Of course, considering the family history, she wants to go to the Olympics as well, and now as a golfer she's got that opportunity. Right now thinking about missing that putt and nothing else.
Left hand below right. A modern putting grip employed by Greg Mann. There's still a bit of work to do there. Can be unsettling when that breeze gets up, particularly on the high points on the course.
As for Manon Dangeguet, she just continues to strengthen her grip.
Now back to the under 10s boys division. Vladislav Sedov from Russia. Great to see competitors from Eastern Europe taking part in this, coming a long way down here to take part in this great competition.
Recently, Estonia hosted the European Amateur Championship, and you get the feeling in the not too distant future these boys will be playing in that championship as well.
Now that was Jamie Mann knocking it close, the boy from Vilamora. This is Alberto Costa Marques from Portugal. What a superb shot there from the boy in the under 12 category. My goodness.
For Marcella, the under 18 title appears to be slipping away, but I think he's on course for maybe second or third.
Teixeira still with a lot of work to do here, and not in yet. That 13th is proving unlucky for this 3-ball, Phil.
The body language suggests overwhelmingly he's dispirited. He's certainly getting no encouragement from Greg Mann. Holding that, pulling away, in command it seems. As for several of Mann's fellow competitors this week, well, they've learned some new media skills.
Kids, they are most focused on the golf course, and I'm a golfer, I have to play golf, and then they forgot all of the important things behind that. So the media training, today's sessions was all about that, the importance of media, how they have to look good on the media and why.
What we try to create here is a tournament feel, so these kids are actually playing in an event where they actually feel and experience what the professionals would go through. So we have a press room, we're interviewing some of them after the events, we have leaderboards, It's the full show. It's to give them that flavour of what it really feels like to be on tour.
It's nice to see such a well-run event with a professional atmosphere that they put into the tournament. It's very well organized, and when the kids grow, they actually know how it's to play in a proper professional event.
I think it's important that you don't put too much pressure on them at an early age, but to have a little bit of preparation on those life skills can do them no harm at all. It's obviously quite forward thinking, it's thinking out the box, but it's a good idea.
It kind of makes you feel like a tour player. I think that's what they're trying to do here, so they've done a very good job.
Valuable stuff for their futures. Archie Wyatt, under 12s, is 9 handicapper, this boy. Finished second in the net category in 2014. Man from Kyles of Butte in Scotland. 3 times a club champion he is.
This is the under-9 boys. Sean Reddy from Ireland plays at the lovely Fota Island Club down in Cork.
Great venue. Sean Keeling, Little Dub as they call him, the Dubliner from Roganstown, under-9s. Great time they're having. Pedro Maria Sosa Machado in the under-10s. It's fantastic to see these little, let's call them kids, because that's what they are, Phil. Having a fantastic championship here. Good to see.
Charlie McKinney certainly enjoying himself. No problem escaping from sand. The boy from Abergele.
Yes, won the under-9s last year. Now the boy from Cork, Sean Reddy. Good technique, perfect execution. Bright future ahead of him.
Under-9s again, James Robertson. Oh, that was a good putt, bowled. Just ran out of pace. Tell you what, with this age group though, the enthusiasm oozes.
Yellow shirt, yellow ball for Charlie McKinney, 23 handicapper. Well holed Charlie in the under-10s. His future as bright as his shirt.
Now this is a 2-ball. Unfortunately, Philippa Capello has been forced to withdraw, feeling unwell. That was Laura Stouche coming up short. Leonor Medeiros. Well, okay, that one doesn't find the hole, but she's looking very good indeed. She won the under-12s gross last year, in line for a double.
Back to the Faldo course on the 7th tee, Max Adams. It's auto right of the green on this par 4. So positional play from the tee is important, and that's fine in the under-14s category.
More than fine. The scoring so far of Daniel da Costa Rodrigues, 71-71. And look at that. At the moment, on target for something in the mid-70s today.
Martin Baptista, 4.8 his handicap, classy player. Greens it, super shot.
Robertson down below. Nice pass at that golf ball. Always difficult to judge when you're coming uphill to a raised green. He's done a good job.
Awkward final hole, difficult one on the Oceanico course. Sean Keeling not quite getting the line on that one. And Baptista, strong competitor, under 14s, and already a mere 4.8 his handicap. Studious sort of fellow, loves his golf. Should tap in quite comfortably, and does so.
Now in the under-9s, this is a very important putt in the Ned division. James Robertson delivering. That's 77 points. He won the net last year, but Sean Keeling has still got 2 putts to deny him this time by a single point, Kim.
He has, and he's going to take 2 putts to do it as well. But a fine win from Sean Keeling.
And in the gross division of this under-9s, the champion, Javier Áñez from Venezuela. The early morning fog at Amendoira is a thing of the past. This place is beautiful, resplendent, and in the Oceanico World Kids Golf, a local is doing pretty well.
Yes, Rodrigo Andrade, a 10.9 handicapper from Montado Golf in Portugal. Got a very good chance here.
And Charlie McKinney is lapping the field in the under-10s. He won the under-9s gross last year, Kim, so I suppose this is a natural progression for him.
Seasoned campaigner, you might say. Likes his football, loves his golf apparently. Pedro Maria Sousa Machado, what a great name. Pretty good shot as well from the 9-year-old on the 18th.
It looks like 5 different nationalities will claim first prizes in the different divisions here, but there's no doubt Portugal have been the most successful.
Man in red, young man in red from Villamora, Jamie Mann. Oh, suffering on the final hole in the under-12s.
Now that is Charlie McKinney, completing victory. 12 points better than his nearest challenger, Frankie Wallace from England.
Terrific. Final hole for Greg Mann, having started on the 10th. Elevated tee, breeze up. Can he find the short stuff? Yes, he can. Uphill hole, back towards the clubhouse.
Nice feeling for Greg Mann. He's got plenty of strokes in hand. As Marcella had last year. Already mentioned he won by 9. This time I think it's going to be second or most probably third.
Final hole for them, this 9th, is an uphill par 4 straight away. And that's in good shape as well. All about getting the pace right on the second shot. Teixeira. Powerful hit, that one. Getting a good run up the hill. Well done.
Sadly for him though, regardless of what occurs on this final hole, it's going to be his highest score of the week.
Spanish player, Sonny Burrell. Just like his shorts. Likes the sunshine, likes that putt as well on the 17th. Rita Costa Marquez playing second fiddle here to Sofia Barroso Sa. Never mind, a very good tournament she's had here. Going to finish second. Congratulations to the winner. There she is, Sofia.
Yes, and by 7 points. She scored 90 Stableford points. Marquez, 83.
Gouveia. Her final hole. Right to left dog leg on the O'Connor course, and she's pulled the second shot. Often see that on uphill shots. Could be a difficult one coming up there.
Fleur Verhout finishing up anywhere in close proximity to the green will do. Yes, she's going to win the net division regardless of how many putts she takes from there.
And in the under-12s, runaway winner here in the net competition, Jamie Mann. Clear winner by 6 shots over this guy, Miguel Kroicki, who plays his golf here in Portugal. Good week for him, not quite good enough to see off Jamie Mann. Hard to live with.
Manon Dange-Gay. Just watch the fluidity of this swing. Something to be admired. As is, yes, the end result. The under-16s gross division under lock and key. She'll pick up her trophy quickly and then off to another tournament.
We saw Jamie Mann triumphing. Greg Mann's going to do the same thing. This time in the under-18s gross. Yeah, comfortably on the green there on his final hole, the 9th. And he'll be closely followed by Hugo Teixeira, Phil.
Yes, the formula here, just find the green in regulation, a couple of putts, and second place will be sewn up. Shouldn't be any alarms from there.
Beautiful weather enjoyed by all the players. Daniel Acosta Rodrigues in the under-14s.
One of the performances of the week in this. Only 1 over par for 54 holes. 71, 71, 75. Stoosh finishing off. She's going to be second in the under-14s. From Germany, of course, and a regular here over the years has been Lauridz Lower, and he's just turned professional at the age of 16. So we wish him the best, and we congratulate Leonor Medeiros, who's won the under-14s by 16 points.
And congratulations go to Nina Donchke, cousin of Manon, because she's won the net under-14s girls division. Well played.
Champions being crowned all over the place. The latest, Sam Story, even missing that, not really a problem, with rounds of 79, 70, and to finish 74 plus 7, he wins by 3. The boys under-16s gross division.
And it's not going to be 3 wins in a row, 3 years in a row for Sarah Gouveia, struggling now on the final hole. She's trailing Manon Donchke. Just wants to get it finished now and celebrate at least a good performance. She will finish second though to the French girl.
Back to the oldest age group, the under-18s. Marcella on the 9th on the Faldo course. Remember they teed off on the 10th, so this their final hole. Looking to finish with a flourish, but I'm afraid after that approach it's unlikely.
Still managing a smile. So the girls finishing off in the under-16s category, Manon Donchke, and finishing in style. An emphatic winner is Manon. Looks like winning by, well, 8 shots.
Well, Sarah Gouveia, holding that, has actually scored a better total this year by 3 shots than last year when she won, and she's finished second.
Fleur Verhout has graced us with her presence. She's played some great golf. She's going to come up 4th place in the end in the gross under-16s girls.
But she won the net from Manon Donchke.
I feel pretty awesome right now. All the hard work really pays off. I mean, I worked a lot and it feels just great.
And finishing up on this great Faldo course at Oceanico, Amanduera is Greg Mann. Going to have a fantastic week. Great scoring, 72, 77, and looks like being a 74 to close.
Yes, he had scored this man who was joint leader with him overnight, Hugo Teixeira. That to break 80, but he'll have the consolation of finishing second.
That's a Portuguese second and third. In the under-18s category, Cristiano Marcella finishes third.
But prevailing by 5 strokes if this is tapped in, with rounds of 72, 77 and 74, Greg from Scotland. He's the man of the moment.
Obviously a great win, and I'm pleased with how I played today. Kept it together, even when I hit a bad shot I managed to recover from it, so yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Many congratulations to all the competitors at this year's Oceanico World Kids Golf Championship, but especially to our overall winners. As they take their well-deserved applause, we thank you for being with us here at the Amanduera Golf Resort in Portugal, and hope you can join us again in 2017.